Most people spend money before they make it. The problem with this is we live in a society where you can get a job offer straight out of college, and before you even get your first check, you can go get approved for a car, you can get approved for an apartment, you can get approved for a home, you can get approved for a credit card, you can get approved for most anything to get your hands on it. Well, now if you guys have been working for any certain amount of years, 5, 7 years, 1 year, whatever, you know what's given on an offer doesn't translate well between the offer and your paycheck. You got insurance, you got 401k, you have benefits, depending on what your tax bracket is. The point that gets people in trouble is they spent the money before it even got in their hand. The idea that you can spend money before you actually get it in your hands really makes people go into debt faster, makes people make big mistakes. Because if you were supposed to get a lump sum, and this almost probably happens to people more frequently, like the best example is a tax refund. When you see it on paper, like, hey, I'm going to get $5,000 back as a tax refund. Okay, when you see it on paper initially, you got, oh, this is going to go far. When you get the money, though, something's different. Something came up, your priorities shifted. And so that's the best thing that you can do. You can have plans, you can have ideas of how you want to spend the money, but you should make a hard and fast rule. I'm never going to spend the money until I actually have it in hand. One of the things that helped me, it's not a cheap thing, it's just you ensure that if something more important comes up, now you're not trying to make things happen. Now you didn't overcommit. This is a simple path that live on less you make, budget, all these different things. But if you can learn to not spend the money before you have it in hand, you'll abruptly stop a lot of bad purchases. Because by the time you get that money, you'll have to make different decisions. Think about how many times you spent money before you actually had the money in hand. Even when you go out to eat, a lot of people, they see all the things that they want to eat and they desire, but something happens when you're ordering where you're like, oh, I don't need all that. If you spend the money before you have it, you're always going to be behind financially.